So I woke up this morning thinking I was going to be making a UFC White House video, but Dana White has other plans as Tom Aspinall is finally getting a fucking fight booked, and he's going to be taking on Ciryl Gane, Abu Dhabi main event. I think it's October 25th or some shit like that. But we finally get CBT back in there, and long time coming. It's an absolute long time coming, bro. First thing that comes to mind with this fight, it's a bit of a lose-lose situation for Tom in many ways. It's going to be very hard for Tom Aspinall to walk out of that cage thinking, I've fucking done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've fucking done that. And think that this is like a fucking win-win situation because of the way Jon Jones did Ciryl Gane and the whole history. There's many kind of things in this fight where it really kind of like makes me nervous how this fight actually plays out, okay? That's the first thing. The fact that, like, he's going to have to go in there and do it in the first round. First 30 seconds. First fucking... Just before Jones. And better than Jones. He's going to... Like, if he wants that kind of, like, validation of he would have beaten Jon Jones, this is the first step. Okay? But the problem is, no matter how many people he beat, no matter how many times he beat them, no matter how he beat them, as soon as he gets a close fight, as soon as he loses... You already know people are going to be like, imagine what Jones did to this fucking guy. But he didn't. He was too scared. He was too scared to fucking fight him, bro. He was too fucking scared. Go back and look at the Stipe Miocic versus Jon Jones fight and tell me Tom Aspinall would have fucking blasted his chin in half and left him unconscious in that cage. He would have, and no one will ever tell me otherwise. And if you're trying to tell me otherwise, go look at why that fight didn't happen. Okay? No gay. The next thing, Ciryl Gane... Ciryl Gane has opportunities in this fight to win. It's not like a complete 100% lock that is Tom. I would be confident Tom will win, but I don't necessarily think it's 1,000,000% lock, okay? Tom Aspinall has this thing where he has his chin up in the air when he's striking. He has his chin up in the air. Ciryl Gane is very accurate on the feet. He's very good at range. If I'm Gane, bro, I'm telling you right now, the way to beat Tom is through a kick heavy game. Like we saw Holloway do against Poirier at the weekend. Mash his body. Mash his legs. Then you can use your jab. Tom Aspinall leaves his chin up in the air. He's also very quick and very kind of reckless. Not reckless, but like very forward with his shots when he's throwing. That's your opportunity to counter. That's your opportunity to slip and get a left hook in there and catch Tom off balance. That's your opportunity to throw a head kick. There are many opportunities for Ciryl Gane to win this fight in the feet. But... I just wonder, will Ciryl really be able to get going knowing that there is a threat of that takedown? The threat of the takedown is going to horror Ciryl Gane. Horror Ciryl Gane, bro. Because unlike Sergey Spivak, who was kind of like a heavy wrestler that Gane fought the first kind of fight back, Tom can strike. Tom can strike heavily. And Tom has very good jiu-jitsu. That's what Gane's going to be kind of like missing. I think we saw that against like a Volkov. Obviously, Volkov beat Gane. Like, there's no question Volkov beat Gane. We all know Volkov beat Gane, okay? And we saw Gane kind of out-grappled there again. He had moments, for sure. Like, he was definitely looking a little bit better in the grappling. But Volkov even looked better on the feet than Ciryl Gane. But what Volkov lacks is really, you know, sharpness. And really... Not sharpness, actually, but speed and power and placement on his shots. He definitely has gotten a lot better over the years at planting his feet when he's striking, and definitely is extremely good at keeping out range. That's why Tom had a hard time. I say hard time finishing him. He finished him like 3 minutes, but that's why Tom didn't get him in the first exchange. That Volkov was kind of like tricky on the feet. And let's not forget that he submitted Volkov. He didn't knock out Volkov as well. Whereas Gane just kind of like tried to play his range game, and when you're playing that against a 6'8", I think Volkov is a 6'8" Alexander Volkov that's extremely good at picking at range as well, it doesn't end well. And it didn't end well. Didn't end well at all for fucking big old cereal box. The way Gane acted over the years just makes me see him want to get chinned as well. Now I will say this, and I have said this before on my channel. If we go back in time, I'll bring you back to UFC London, March 2022, when Volkov fought Aspinall. Ciryl Gane was in the front row. Ciryl Gane said before he would love to fight Tom Aspinall, and this was when he was coming off the Ngannou loss back in, I think it was January, so what was that, 2 months before? Tom Aspinall decided to call out Tai Tuivasa while Ciryl Gane was in the crowd. I always bring this point up because as much as I've shit on Ciryl Gane, I have to give you know, I have to like say it how I see it here, is that Tom, if we really want to talk about it, didn't duck Gane first, but you know, he did the exact same thing that, you know, Tom went to Paris after the Spivak fight and was like, I was in Paris and I just wanted to fad him. I'm such a bad Tom Aspinall impression, but I just wanted to fad him. Was in the front row. And Gane called out, I don't know, Jones or something like that. Whoever had, yeah, Jones, because he had the belt. Whoever had the fucking belt at that stage. And Tom was like, I was in the front row, and he basically ducked the fight. I'm not saying you ducked the fight with Gane, firstly, but you did call out Tai Tuivasa over Ciryl Gane. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But we're here now. We're here now. Ciryl does not deserve to be in this position, but the MMA gods kind of did us a bit of a favor, because Ciryl Gane versus Tom is a way bigger fight than Volkov versus Aspinall in the rematch, because we're all just going to look back at the first fight and think, you absolutely breezed this guy. You absolutely breezed him. Why do I need to see this fight again? And I fell in that trap as well. I was just like, you know, when Volkov, you know, was beating the shit out of Ciryl Gane, I was watching it live, I was just like, fuck's sake. We're robbed of a Gane, because if Gane had looked impressive against Volkov, it would have just built the hype for this fight even more. Like, he was stuffing takedowns and he was lighting Volkov up on the feet. But the way Gane won, it just fills me with less confidence than ever. Do you know what I mean? I think Volkov's the real stylistic matchup. And maybe Almeida as well. Almeida might give Aspinall problems with the grappling, because we haven't really seen Tom in the position that Almeida might be able to get him in. I wouldn't necessarily Almeida will be able to get him in. I don't think Almeida is a big heavyweight though. Do you know what I mean? I really don't think Almeida is a big heavyweight. He's quite like, you know, he's got like a good physique and all like that, but I don't think he's massive. I just don't think he's massive. And for Tom, the striking's going to be a big factor in that fight as well when he fights Almeida. And the fact that Almeida like just wilted under the first bit of resistance against Curtis Blades. I'd be confident Tom would beat Almeida. Would Almeida beat Ciryl Gane? Probably. I feel like Almeida is an absolute nightmare matchup for Ciryl Gane. And Ciryl Gane did so fucking well avoiding Almeida on the way to the title. Because he should have fought Almeida. He should have fought Almeida, man. He should have fought Almeida after the Spivak fight. After the Spivak fight, he should have fought Almeida. There was an opportunity there as well. I could have thought they could have done Pavlovich versus Gane, which would have been a good fight. But, you know, Ciryl Gane is kind of, I only want to fight with the title. I don't know what to fight these guys. What that's been done. What to fight Dundo. What to fight Muted. He only wants to fight those guys. Let's not forget, this is the same Ciryl Gane that went to war with Tai Tuivasa. Got dropped. Went to absolute war. Okay? If you really look back at Ciryl Gane's performances, you'll come to the same conclusion I have, that Tom Aspinall is going to knock him out in the first round. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.